Hello, everybody. Welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
I'm Ryan.
And today we're going back to the 80s again. We're talking about the D.A.R.E program.
Drug Abuse Resistance Education.
Exactly. Oh, my Lord. Did they push this heavy?
They pushed it heavy. Yeah, it was...
in the 80s.
Yeah, it was a program brought up by Nancy Reagan, I think. It was her war on drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the war on drugs will never end.
No,
I don't think.
I don't.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the D.A.R.E program, well, the D.A.R.E program basically, when I was in elementary, I want to say 4th to 6th grade-ish.
That was about it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
An officer would come into our classroom, and he would educate us on all the drugs that existed in the world back then.
Yeah. So he would come in and tell us about drugs, and I never had knowledge before D.A.R.E about
hell
drugs.
no.
I knew about alcohol maybe, but
Alcohol and cigarettes is what I knew about.
yeah. And they would educate us on all these like heroin, cocaine, crack,
the whole
marijuana.
Gamut. Yeah.
And I never knew about those things before D.A.R.E came in and told me about them. So
Not even close.
would I have been better off not knowing about them? Or
I mean, I feel like the idea was good. Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's educate these little kids in elementary school about these hardcore drugs.
These budding brains. Yeah. I think it was more to make it aware, like, okay, if somebody comes up to you in a parking lot, why would it be a fucking parking lot? Why would you be in a parking lot? You're in 4th grade. I'm just in a parking lot.
I don't know where my mom and dad are.
If somebody comes up to you in a parking lot and hands you a needle and like says, do this, you're aware and you're like, oh no, I shouldn't do that. You just say no.
Just say no. And then remember the stranger danger?
Stranger danger, yeah.
They were like, do not talk to any strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
So when you were younger, has that ever happened to you? I
didn't really hang out in parking lots.
Just in general, where you have like a stranger come up to you and be like, hey, blah, 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 come with me. Yeah, me either.
No, it never happened.
And I don't even know anyone that it's happened to.
Never
which
happened
is good.
To me. Yeah, right. Yeah, never happened to me.
But the stranger danger thing is, that was a huge campaign as well.
Huge, yeah. They show that commercial, I think, of a car pulling up and the guy was like opening the door to a kid walking home from school or something.
Do you want some candy?
Yeah, they would always offer candy.
Why, yes, I do. But I'm saying
Halloween?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they did teach us, and I guess it was a good thing because the older I got, of course we are gonna see these things eventually at some point.
Right.
And I always remember, if I did see any of these activities going on, I would be like, oh damn. I knew that when I was fucking 6 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, it was a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
it was just a way to bring awareness to the kids.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they did.
They did.
And the cool thing is we did at the end of the year, because we had the folders.
Yep.
We had the assignments every week. I think this was what was it, a 3-month thing? 6 months?
Yeah, it seemed like it.
It seemed like forever.
I was like, is it fucking D.A.R.E Day again?
It seemed like the dude was there all year long.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, we had our specific folders. We had so many assignments. We had to take a test.
Yeah, take a test. I think at the end of each week or something like that?
Each week, or you had to do a paragraph, and then you had to... You just had to do so much interactive stuff about being, in the D.A.R.E program.
Yeah.
What it meant.
Challenges you had to do.
Oh, yeah. Do you see anybody doing these things?
Right. They would always
be like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you
we're little snitches, you know what I'm saying?
They'd always tell me.
Yeah, my brother was sniffing an 8-ball of coke. My other brother was sniffing, smoking marijuana, and but What do you mean? Oh, you want my phone number?
And address?
No problem. I'm in the D.A.R.E program.
You get the D.A.R.E bear for the week, Matt. For the whole month.
Where'd my brothers go? Wait, what?
They don't live here anymore.
What the hell? That D.A.R.E program is pretty cool.
My parents stopped talking to
me. Damn it. But at the
smoke some weed.
Yeah, right. At the end of the program, we got a D.A.R.E T-shirt, which was,
oh my gosh,
everybody would,
how cool was that?
And I remember like everybody wearing these all the time.
Yeah.
As soon as you got it, like especially being young, I mean, you wore it into the 5th grade.
Oh yeah.
If it still fit.
Yeah, yeah.
I never grew, so mine fit until 8th grade.
I got mine in the closet right now. I should have worn it.
Man. I think I started growing at like 10th grade or something, and it wasn't even that much.
I know. I think it stopped right there.
Yeah.
It stopped in like 6th grade.
Yeah.
But yeah, D.A.R.E, the T-shirt was huge. The D.A.R.E bear got passed around every week.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
A new kid would get to hold the D.A.R.E bear on their desk.
Yep. And you would tell stories and all this other stuff. But
yeah, I think you had to hold the D.A.R.E bear and tell a story.
Yeah, it was like, yep. It was, another one of their strategic moves because you felt safe with the D.A.R.E bear.
Daddy was drunk again.
Yeah. Keep telling, keep being right.
Oops.
But also, the D.A.R.E program was good.
Yeah. It brought
a lot of knowledge. Even nowadays, I think the D.A.R.E program still exists.
Does it really?
I think so.
Okay.
Not to the extent of what we went through.
Is it being like brought to the classrooms or?
I don't think to the classrooms anymore. It's more of like a technology thing, like the apps and the, instead of going to the classrooms because there's not enough cops to,
so there's an app, like an app for it, like
apps,
you took your last hit of weed 15 days ago.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Right, yeah. So stuff like that. But I also remember, like, when you get into junior high, regardless, I don't care where you live in the United States, junior high is when everything changes, right?
Yes.
You're more independent. Yeah. You are with more kids. Mm-hmm. You're with every elementary kid now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, there's different kids that do different things.
Yeah,
right?
It's just one big mixing pot.
Yes. So you're going to start learning about these D.A.R.E activities, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember when I was younger, there were these groups of kids that held on for as long as they possibly could, because 7th grade they were like, no, D.A.R.E, drugs, no cigarettes, no nothing. 8th grade, no.
Just say no.
We're still there.
The
group got a little shorter, but they were still there. Mm-hmm. And then finally, you get to high school, that group was no longer existing. You know what I'm saying? And
no.
Not that everyone comes to the pressure of doing whatever, but your kids, you experience, and
it was peer pressure.
And some
of it was just like, well, I want to try it.
These police officers in 4th grade, they told me how bad they were. Are they really this bad?
Yeah.
But
I'm not saying like do crack.
No.
In high school, there's bad.
But
there's
I'm
just
saying
brutal drugs.
It happens though. You're like, how did Timmy get that? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's.
Yeah. You see a friend or just a kid the next year, and they're super scrawny and just like look like Skeletor, and it's just like, what happened there?
Yeah, but the D.A.R.E program, I'm telling you, opened my eyes a lot.
Yeah, it was
young, and I guess even being a parent now, if you've gone through it, you look and
Yeah.
You're on your kid 100%.
Yeah.
You also were a kid, and it is what it is. Yeah. But it also, the D.A.R.E program brought a lot of the commercials. Remember the commercial push?
Oh my gosh, the commercials were so good.
Yeah, so the popular one was, this is your brain on drugs.
Cracking the egg in the frying pan, sizzling.
And I'll never, ever...
Any questions?
Ever forget that commercial.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
Are you going to eat that? Kind of hungry after smoking this weed.
I got the munchies, man. That looks good. So it brought that commercial that I'll never forget.
That was a good one. There was also where did you learn how to do this?
Yeah,
you, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Yes.
The father and son, the father busting into the son's bedroom.
Yep. And
kids who use drugs have parents who use drugs.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those two are the most,
yeah.
You'll never forget those.
Yeah,
No matter what. You could show your kid those today, and he'll be like, damn. Never going to forget these commercials. You know what I mean? Yeah. And every time he cooks an egg, he's going to be like, this is your brain.
Yeah.
This is your brain.
Well, I think they showed them during Saturday morning cartoons. I think
for sure.
Had them on.
Yeah.
So they were always there. You're just eating your bowl of cereal, like,
right.
What?
This is weird.
Where's my Ninja Turtle toy commercial? I want to see the new toys.
Oh, but yes, I still remember my deputy that came in, Deputy Pezzamenti.
Oh, okay. You remember the deputy?
I remember the deputy, and he was just this, he was older at the time, scrawny little police officer, and he was really trying to be, bold and, not scary, but
was he strict, kind of just like...
He was trying to be, but he was just so... I think he was, coming to retirement, and he got assigned the D.A.R.E program, and he was loving it. He's like, oh yeah, I get to go to the classroom today, educate these kids.
Can't wait to go home and have a beer.
Exactly. So, Deputy Pezzamenti, I will always remember you. I don't know if he's with us anymore, but because he was fairly old.
Okay.
When
was it gray hair?
Oh yeah.
He's probably.
He was.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Good guy though.
Yeah.
And he taught us a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first?
No, I don't.
Deputy that came in.
No, I have no idea. I don't remember his name. No, I don't.
Nice.
Sorry, I got nothing.
So the D.A.R.E program, that is our show.
Yes.
About back into the 80s.
Cheers to the D.A.R.E program.
Everyone remembers the D.A.R.E program. Yeah.
D.A.R.E program.
It was fun.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Keep those streets safe.
Gotta do it. Mm-hmm. You can listen to us on all major platforms. You can watch us on YouTube. You can get all our information on all social media, get clips, get ideas if you like or don't like us. It's hard not to like us.
I mean,
all we like to do is laugh, and talk about funny, weird, crazy stuff.
Talk about whatever.
Yes, talk about whatever. So, until next time, see ya.
Bye.